Welcome back, YouTube. I am Evil Squeegee, and this is Dio the Yarn Dragon. Say hello.
Hello.
Um, it has been a while, but we've finally been able to pick up the campaign. There were some medical issues that caused a long delay. But we've conquered those things, and we are back in action. If you are curious as to what's been going on in the campaign, we are just about to delve into the half-demon's lair to collect the special knife that we need to harvest the special sap from the special tree to save the other special tree in Whitebridge. Our party consists of a giant rat friend, and Aubrey, and Paisley. This is a
Yes.
playtest of Arcworld, which is a TTRPG that I am developing myself. And I believe that cuts right to the chase. We can pick up where we left off. And I'm going to play the special intro video now. You may have noticed that there's a fancy new overlay. That's because we're
Oh.
recording this live on twitch.tv/evil-squeegee. My channel, we used to play it live on twitch.tv/Dio the Yarn Dragon, which is Dio's channel. But now we've moved it to my channel. And yeah. So let's get this party started. All right. So, you are deep in an underground cavernous system of tunnels and chambers. And I believe that you are leaving behind a big wide open chamber where you had just convinced the cultists to stop torturing the merchants or
Hmm.
something of that nature. It's been such a long time since we played that we're just going to run with it and assume that our recap is accurate. Uh And so as you venture into the next chamber, we had rolled up that it was that you had filled out your progress track and you were finally about to encounter this half demon. So you pass through a tunnel that's very claustrophobic, and you have to pick a marching order. Who's in the front of the marching order?
Um, I'm gonna say Paisley.
Okay. And then who do you want in the middle, the rat or Aubrey?
We'll say the rat.
Okay, so Paisley followed by the rat, followed by Aubrey.
Hmm.
Uh, you are headed into this tunnel, and it kind of weaves and turns and bobs a little bit before opening up into a very large, cavernous opening chamber with stalactites hanging from the ceiling and stalagmites jutting up from the floor, and you can kind of hide behind one of these large stalagmites. Um, Stalactites. Sorry, not stalagmite. Stuckala. You know what I mean? The pointy bits that hang from the ceiling and the pointy bits that jut up from the floor. And in the back there is a very large. He's got to be like 9 feet tall. He's bigger than Aubrey is, and he's got some sort of like alchemical table that he's doing some futzy work on. Like he's got a cauldron to one side, and he's pouring things from one vial into the next, and then he's pouring that into the cauldron.
Okay.
Um, and on the desk that he's working on is a very ornate looking dagger. It looks ancient. It looks like it's elven in make.
Okay.
Um, and so you filter in, and then the rat comes in behind you, and then Aubrey comes in behind the rat. And he doesn't know that you're there yet. So what do you do?
Um, ooh. Ah, I think that I would actually like to use magic.
Okay.
I would like to cast the spell Veiled Eyes on myself.
Okay, what does that do?
Um, so the spell Veiled Eyes, it actually makes me forgettable. It does not make me invisible, but it basically makes it so that the people around me they don't notice me.
Okay.
So like right before I cast it, like I'm gonna look over to the rat and to Aubrey and like hold my hand up, my finger up to my lips and just like shh. And then I'm gonna cast it, and then I'm gonna wander over and try to snag the knife.
Okay. So give me a do the mage thing roll.
Do the mage thing roll. That is gonna be 2D. Is it 2d6 plus one?
Yep, 2d
1d6?
2d6
Okay.
plus your mage rating.
I have too many windows open. Oh, that's a 13.
Wow, you rolled maximum sixes.
I did.
Damn. Okay, so can you do me a favor? You see the little cogwheel at the top of your roll 20 chat?
Yeah, I was looking. Saw my dice didn't.
Yeah. It's under dice options. Just turn on all three.
Oops, I accidentally left the game.
Don't.
I swear I've done this before.
We were totally prepared for this show.
Oh, god damn it. I keep hitting the exit game button. That's not what I mean to do at all. Okay.
Okay, but you rolled a 6 and a 6
Yes.
for a total of 13.
Yes.
So your magic goes off without a hitch. Aubrey kind of like
Yes.
stops and looks around, confused. He's a big boy, Aubrey. He's like 6'6", right? Big, broad
Mm-hmm.
shouldered, long blonde hair, blue eyes, and he kind of looks this way and that way. But you had said shh, so he doesn't make any noise. But it's clear like he wasn't expecting you to vanish into thin air is what he's perceiving because his mind is ignoring that you exist, right?
Yes.
So it's like you've turned invisible, but he like you were there a second ago, and he kind of like reaches out as if he's as if you are invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder, but doesn't recognize that he's doing it, and pulls his hand back, and then he looks down at the rat and just shrugs.
I love everything about this.
So next, what you want to do is you want to go and you wanted to try and steal the knife out from under the half demon's nose, right?
Yes.
That is going to require a do the thief thing roll. I will give you +1 forward to this roll because you are invisible. But he's a half demon, so he might be able to see through your magic. He might sense that magic has been cast. You don't know because half demons could do all kinds of things.
Okay. And you're giving me a plus one?
Yep, a +1 to this roll.
Excellent.
Okay,
That's a
so
9.
on a on a 9, you get to choose from the following list of options. Where's that's core basic piece to the thing. On a good result, this is a hot seat result, which is a 7, 8, or a 9. This system is powered by the Apocalypse. If you're not familiar with what that means, it means it runs on the same engine as Dungeon World, Apocalypse World, Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Masks, Monster of the Week, Monster Hearts, and a whole host of other games that run on this engine, where you roll 2d6, you add your modifier, and then based on whether or not you rolled a 6 or less, which is bad, a 7, 8, or a 9, which is medium, and then a 10 or higher, which is good. That's what determines what happens in the story. So what happens in the story now is you get to choose between A for effort, which is you succeed, but it's not what you dreamed it would be. Figures, which is you succeed, but a whole new problem is introduced. Or nice try, which is you do not succeed, but the problem can still be resolved somehow.
Um, I am gonna go A for effort.
A for effort, they succeed, but it's not what they dreamed it would be. So you sneak up, right?
Hmm.
And you reach for the dagger and you grab the dagger, and as soon as you touch the dagger, you feel a surge of magic go from the dagger through you, and the demon turns and looks right at you. And there is a pause as the demon is surprised to see somebody here taking his special dagger. What do you do?
I am going to do something incredibly stupid. And I just look at him and I go, shh. And I start to back away slowly.
You try. All right, roll me do the bard thing.
How, how bad can this go? Um, oh, it went real bad. It
Oh no.
went
Um
real bad.
so a flurry of things happen here. That was not a good roll. That was a 1 and a 3 for a total of 3 because you get -1 to do the bard thing checks.
Yep.
There is some screaming going outside my house right now.
Uh-oh.
So you so you look up at the demon and go shh, and slowly start to creep backwards with the knife in your hand, right? And the demon just snarls at you and kind of like opens his hands, and talons pop out of the tips of his fingers, and he bares his
Oh
fangs at you.
no.
So he bares his fangs at you and gets ready to slash at you, and Aubrey pulls out his giant sword and rushes the demon, and the giant rat rushes into combat with you. All right, so this is where the clash system starts to happen. Clash, whenever two groups of characters begin to directly struggle against each other because their goals are completely opposed and the table wants to play it out in detail, such as when haggling for good prices, convincing a judge and jury of someone's innocence or guilt, outright combat, or a game of chess or poker, pause the roleplay to clearly define who belongs to what team. So we have you
Mm-hmm.
plus Aubrey and the rat,
Yes.
and we have the half demon.
Yes.
Once that is done, define each team's goals in terms that are more narratively direct than win the clash or some simple variant thereof. Consider why your team wants to win the clash. What that is their goal. You should almost always avoid goals of kill the other guys. That is a means to an end unless you are reaching the utter climax of an entire campaign. So
I'm just trying to escape with the knife and not get killed.
so you're trying to escape with the knife and not get killed. The demon, the half demon, is trying to capture you and get the knife for himself. So you're both fighting over this knife.
Yes.
All right. Once those are all stated for both teams, determine how many victory points those teams need to earn. The target number of victory points for a team starts at 1 if the conflict is a mere stepping stone to a more significant conflict, or 2 if the conflict has been a long time coming, or 3 if the conflict is a capstone to a narrative thread that has had significant conflicts already. This is 2. The conflict has been a long time coming because you knew that you were going to face a half demon when you came in here.
Yes.
Okay. +1 if there are more than 2 player characters. +1 if your team has an advantage, such as being mooks up against the main characters, and +1 if your team has a goal that requires significantly more effort to achieve than your opponents. So we're gonna stick at 2 because none of those things came out as true. Target numbers are then multiplied by the number of PCs in the largest team with PCs. So we're 2 because the largest PCs team is you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we proceed forward. Now what happens is whenever you roll the dice to take an action, a good roll will get you victory points. A bad roll will give the demon victory points. And a middling
Okay.
roll will give you the option of everybody getting victory points or nobody getting victory points.
Okay.
Okay? And then whoever gets the most victory points first, whoever reaches that 2 victory point threshold, they get their goal. And that's how the story progresses.
Okay.
Okay? So, you are backing away from this demon. And this half demon is busting out the claws and the teeth, and it's the half demon is gonna slash at you, right, with
Right.
its talons, as Aubrey is running in with a giant sword. What do you do?
Um, I am going to. I'm going to cast Oaken Shield on myself. It is a cantrip that basically creates like an elemental like armor on me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think I will give myself like like it basically like transforms your skin into like whatever element you're like trying to um like tap into. And since we are like in nature and stuff, I'm 100% going to try to like make my skin like hard as rock
Okay.
so that when this demon tries to claw into me, it doesn't hurt as much.
Okay. So you're gonna try and deflect with a stone. Go ahead and roll. Do the mage
Yes.
thing.
Do the mage thing. Oh no.
So you are not fast enough. Oh wait. This is not that system. I've been running so much Dungeon World recently, and I'm used to just immediately being able to make a move as the GM. But that's not how this works. In this system, you just rolled a bad result, so you can have a status down date, which means that you experience a detrimental status change. A turn for the worse, which is experience a detrimental resource change. Bad news, everyone, which is create some tangentially narrative impact on the situation beyond your character's intent. A leaden opportunity, which is create a situation that threatens the character with their flaw. Or the mouth, the problem at hand can only be solved with a boon the character has been holding on to the whole time.
Um, let's. I don't see how lead and opportunity would come into play here. Because my flaw is that I'm curious.
Right.
And we know why we're here. Like there's I'm not really curious about anything else happening in the room. Let's go status down date.
Okay, so you experience a negative status change. So
Yes.
you are too slow when you go to cast the spell, and the demon's talons rake right across your flesh, just right across your shoulder, and blood kind
Okay.
of splatters across the cave floor.
Ouch.
Um,
Yes.
so you pick up a status wounded shoulder.
Okay.
One of the things that I like about this system is that there is no hit points and no damage rolls. Combat is handled strictly narratively and through statuses and resources. Um, so that means that the half demon has gotten 1 point of victory towards the two that he needs to capture you and take the knife.
That's not good.
So Aubrey reaches the half demon at this point and shoulder checks him and like just slams this thing into the wall, and his sword is glowing blue.
Oh.
And he locks himself in combat, and he starts to he's swinging his sword around, and you have to duck because the sword is really big, and you're indoors. But he looks over his shoulder in the middle of his fight and says, "Run! I'll handle this."
And I just take off?
All right. That sounds like an athletics check because this demon is probably going to use some sort of power to try and stop you. Um, Plus, there's uneven cave floor, and you're in the middle of a fight, and now you're wounded in the shoulder. So go ahead and give me a do the fighter thing check.
Would like the room to know that I wasted all my good rolls in the very first roll. And this has not changed at all.
Oh no. I'm going to make a note to myself. I should have some sort of resource burning thing like luck where you can add to a roll or something. Um, okay, but hey, sometimes the story doesn't go the character's way.
Yep.
That's role playing. Okay, so on a 6, uh, you get to pick a stat. You get to pick the same list as before.
Um, let's see. Let's go. Oh, bad news, everyone.
Bad news, everyone creates some tangentially negative impact on the situation beyond the character's intent. All right, so um, Aubrey closes the gap and starts fighting this demon, right?
Hmm.
And you turn and tail, and because Aubrey is like, "Go, I've got this." And what happens is this half demon just sighs and raises a hand, and these thick black tendrils of shadow wrap up around your ankles and your legs and stop you from running, and they trip you, and you fall flat on your face, and the dagger kind of hits the ground with a rattle and skirts out of your reach. And then he force blasts Aubrey, and Aubrey goes sailing across the room and hits the other wall, like cracks the wall, the stone wall, with the force that he impacts it with. Aubrey hits the ground and drops his sword. The giant rat is freaked. The giant rat is going to bolt.
Of course.
It's a friend, but it's not like a trained animal combatant companion. It doesn't have any real loyalty to you yet,
Right.
so it's gonna flee. And this was the second victory point that the half demon needed to capture you and collect the knife. So the half demon walks over. Aubrey is KO. You are
Oh
caught up in this tendril.
no.
You're caught up in these tendrils, and this half demon walks over, picks up the knife, and then crouches next to you and looks you right in the eye and goes, "Who are you?"
My name isn't important.
"Why do you want my knife?"
I need to cut a tree and I need a special knife to do it. I was going to give it back.
The demon stops and considers you for a moment. And it puts the dagger back on the table.
It now just occurred to me I could have just walked in and tried to make friends and ask him. Because I don't really need to keep the dagger, because I just need to cut the tree. And look, we got off on the wrong foot. Can we start over?
Roll me do the bard thing.
Why not?
Maybe this demon is of a disposition to be reasoned with. A 7.
It's not a fail.
It's not a failure. A for effort, figures, or nice try.
Um, let's go A for effort.
A for effort, they succeed, but it's not what they dreamed it would be. All right. So this half demon goes back to its alchemical working. And these tendrils of shadow lift you up onto your feet and then make you walk towards the table. Right.
Oh, okay.
And the demon will finish pouring something into the cauldron and start stirring the concoction, and it's bubbling and green and it smells rancid. And it says, "I can sell you the knife."
Yeah. I'm kind of broke. But what
Oh,
if I
that's okay.
just
I don't want money.
hmm um prostitution is illegal.
No, I need somebody to test my concoction on.
Oh. Um what kind of concoction is it?
Oh, you know, an alchemical one.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means.
You don't need to know. You drink the potion, I give you the knife.
Um she kind of looks over at Aubrey, realizes the rat is gone. It's not going to kill me, right?
Eh. It's an experiment.
All right, let's do it.
And so that the half demon will turn and scoop up some of the contents of the cauldron into a glass vial, right? And he'll cork the glass vial and he'll shake it vigorously. Um, he'll shake it vigorously and then he'll turn, pick up the knife, and he'll hand both of them to you.
And she always she takes it. She takes them both. And she just chugs the potion.
All
Oh,
right.
it's awful.
It
Don't like it.
tastes disgusting. It tastes terrible. It tastes as bad as it smells. Um so at this point, I'm gonna ask for a do the fighter thing check because this is like a constitution roll.
Mistakes were made. Oh no, mistakes were made.
All right. Let's see.
Oh no.
I have to scroll up. I have to find. Okay, status down date. A turn for the worse. Bad news, everyone. Lead an opportunity or the mouth.
Let's go. A turn for the worse.
A turn for the worst. Experience a detrimental resource change. Okay. So you pick up your very first point of magical magnet.
What is that?
It's a resource. The more you pick up, the more weird shit is going to start happening around you.
Okay. Excellent.
You feel like after you swallow it, you know how like alcohol it burns on the way down? This is
Yes.
like that but amplified. And then you start to like you feel a tingling sensation that just washes over you, and it reaches and it starts between your shoulder blades and kind of like runs down your arms, and then kind of like leaves your fingertips, and then you start to feel a soft blanket has been wrapped around you, like you're feeling the inside of your aura.
Okay.
And the half demon watches this, and his eyes flash a green color for a moment, and he goes, "Interesting. Well, a deal's a deal. You've got the knife," and he snaps his fingers, and the tendrils of shadow that are wrapped around your legs and your ankles slither down back into the floor and vanish into nothing.
This is weird. What was it supposed to do?
I don't know.
Wait, so how did you know what to mix then? If you what?
It's an experiment. You're
So
getting
you
the
like
idea
just
that he doesn't know what
throw
he's
stuff in a
doing.
as like you just throw stuff in a pot and see what happens?
Yep.
Hmm. You could probably talk to like some potion makers or something and like get instructions.
Difficult for me to make contacts with my lineage.
Oh, because people are horrible. Got it. Maybe I could learn some stuff and help you.
We have turned
I
this
don't
into
know
a
why.
friend-shaped half demon, haven't we?
I don't know why she's doing this because she's got what she wanted. They could totally just leave. And she's like, no, let me help you.
Um,
Like, what is happening?
so you were offering to help this half demon with their alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're from House Aktasha. You might know a thing or two about alchemy,
Mm.
but you
Mm-hmm.
have to convince this half demon that you're actually willing to help and you're not trying to scam it. So give me a do the bard thing check to win this half demon over.
Oh no.
Oh no,
That's like my worst skill.
yeah, it's your worst. It's your worst stat. A 6.
Mm.
Um, so the half demon kind of grunts. I think I've got it.
Oh, okay.
You should probably go.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, my name is Paisley.
My name is, and he says a word that gives you a headache to hear it in the back of your head, and you're pretty certain that a human tongue can't form those syllables.
It's super nice to meet you. And I like try to say it back and fail miserably.
Yeah.
Hi,
Kitty.
Cecil. Cecil is back. Hi, baby.
Aw, the kitty is a kitty.
Yes.
All right. So I'm assuming you back out of the cave and drag Aubrey's unconscious body with you.
Yeah.
His sword is still glowing, and it doesn't stop glowing until you pull him out of the chamber entirely.
Awesome. Yes, baby. What is it?
Pay attention to me, mommy.
It's pretty much what's happening right now. That my desk smells like summer sausage and he wants a piece and he's not allowed to have it.
Okay. So what do you do as after you've exited the building, so to speak?
Once we have exited the building, I will cast Well of Life on Aubrey. It's basically a healing spell.
Okay, I'm not interested in pursuing that going potentially wrong, so we won't charge a roll there. We'll
Yay.
just say that you can cast Well of Life. So Aubrey is KO on the ground. He is heavy, by the way, like super
Yeah.
heavy. He's heavier than he should be,
No.
and he's a big boy to start with.
Yeah.
Um, so you drag his body uh out of the cave, and you're sitting next. Remember those wagons that we found with the broken wheels?
Yeah.
There are merchants. The merchants that you rescued that have escaped the caves are currently trying to repair the wheels.
Okay.
Um, so you can drag in. You're in good company as you sit down. You lay your hand on Aubrey. What does your spell look like when you cast it?
Um, so basically, like because it's like a nature spell, it's like she's drawing like healing magics from the elements around her, like from the ground or from the air or from like whatever natural resources are around them.
Okay. So you lay your hand on Aubrey, and there's a soft green pulse of light, and Aubrey will open his eyes. Oh, ooh, ow, and rub the back of his head. Did we win?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I drink a weird potion. I don't know what it did, except for that I'm warm. And he doesn't know what it was supposed to do because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I tried to offer to help, and he said no. But we got the dagger.
Excellent.
The rat ran away, though.
Oh,
Yeah. Excuse me? He's just sitting here meowing in my ear.
Kitty is adorable.
And now he's giving me headbutts in the back of my head.
Um. Okay, so from there, what's the plan?
Um, I guess we're gonna go. We have to take the knife to cut the tree now, right?
Yes.
So I guess is it still light enough that we can get to the tree to do that, or should we go find a place to rest?
I completely forget what time of day it was that you arrived at the cavern. So
Excellent.
we'll say that it is time to rest.
Okay, then we will rest.
All right, so you strike camp.
Yes.
Um, that evening, the merchants will offer you the chance to. What is Kitty doing? Is Kitty licking
I'm
you?
being assaulted. He like grabbed my ponytail and was like, no. What is happening?
Kitty is investigating the sausage.
Sit. Okay, we have the kitty back under control.
We we have the cat. The cat is back under control.
So aggressive today.
Um. All right. So the caravan will offer you uh the chance to travel with them, but they're not going the same way you're going, so you wind up saying no. I had
Yeah.
marked somewhere on the map. Somewhere on the map. Let me bust out the map without having to display it on stream. Okay. So you are currently right here
Okay.
in the dark cave. You need to be over here, the Elder Grove. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day journey. Do you have rations
Um,
or supplies?
no. Wait. Yes, I have supplies.
Okay. We're going to assume, for the sake of travel, that you have enough supplies for the journey, that you planned ahead and did the correct amount of preparation.
Okay.
Uh, but things can sometimes go wrong and not according to plan. So give me a do the thief thing check as you scout ahead and navigate your journey here.
That is an 8.
Okay. So on an 8, you can get A for effort figures or nice try.
Um,
This is to navigate from point A to point B without any trouble.
I'm gonna go A for effort.
All right, they succeed, but it's not what they dreamed it would be. Mark off 1 point of supplies. When you had planned this trip, you had planned for Aubrey's appetite, but you realized that you failed to appropriately plan for Aubrey's appetite.
Excellent.
He just eats so much food. You still have food left, but you're running out faster than you thought you would be. Um, so as you approach the Elder Grove is surrounded on all sides by a copse of trees. A
Okay.
small forest, a very, very small forest. And there are people meandering around because this is the oldest tree in Belaine that you're approaching. And these people are here, like, people make pilgrimages to this place all the time. It's a very famous site. And so you have people who are making spiritual pilgrimages to come see the tree. You get like tourists that aren't from Whitebridge, that aren't from tourists to Middlesex, the Duchy of Middlesex. Um,
Okay.
and people who probably are here to tend to the grove and take care of the tree itself. Those last group of people are the ones that you probably want to watch out for here, because you're here to stab this tree and steal some of its sap. And the grove caretakers might not appreciate that. Unless you arrange with them first, maybe, or if you sneak past them and do so stealthily.
Hmm. Um, as good as my dice rolls have been, I'm going to try diplomacy first.
You did take -1 do the bard thing.
I did.
Yep, that you did. So go ahead and roll me do the bard thing. What's your approach here? How do you seek out one of the caretakers?
Yeah, so I'm basically going to try to find one of the caretakers, explain our situation, and kind of hope that in my explanation I can one seek guidance on how to do this to attain our goal as like unobtrusively and as harmlessly as I can, but also in hopes to like kind of prove to them that we're really not here to be malicious. We really are just trying to achieve a goal, and I don't actually want to harm the tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead and roll me do the bard thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Um. So this caretaker that you're talking to is like absolutely not. No. In order to get the sap from the tree, you would have to stab the tree with a demonic knife. Um. I'm assuming you haven't shown him the knife yet.
Oh hell no, absolutely not.
Uh, and the caretaker will not let that happen. You should probably go.
Right. Okay. Time to be magic. Tried to reason with him. Wouldn't be reasonable. Now we gotta be a thief and be magicy.
Sneakiest ranger ever.
Get the caretaker drunk. It's not a terrible idea. I don't know if I have the rations for that, Aubrey. um, there's gotta be wine or ale around the tree. Oh, oh no. Okay, no, no. Um, yeah, so they wouldn't take my diplomacy attempt. So I'm going to make another attempt at veiled eyes and try to do the thing.
All right, do the mage thing. An
Yay!
8. Yay! An
It's not a
8.
fail.
Not a failure. You get to choose between the hot seat results. A for effort figures a nice try.
Let's go figures.
Okay. So you have a uh you have this special dagger that you've got, and you have a vial that you're gonna collect sap into, and you go ahead and you cast veiled eyes on yourself and you kind of vanish, and Aubrey is like, what again? He has no idea where you've gone.
I should probably quit vanishing on him like that.
Um and you approach the tree and you take the dagger and you try and as gently as you can, but you have to stab the tree with the dagger.
Okay.
And it bleeds a green sap. And you collect some of that sap into the vial and then cork it. And then the tree rumbles. And everybody stops
Um,
and everybody looks at the tree. And this is also when you notice something very important. The tree has rumbled and everybody is looking at it. And also, you notice a piece of a stone tablet that is leaning against the tree as if it had been left there in offering. And you remember when you said I said you felt warm, like you could feel the inside of your aura. You feel
Yeah.
a connection to this tablet.
Oh no. Is this a tablet of truth?
It could be.
Oh no. Okay. Um, I would like to cast Trick of the Light on the tree in an attempt to mask the rumbling of the tree as something else to cause whoever's looking at the tree to misinterpret what they're seeing or hearing, to just like think it's something else.
Like what kind of something else?
Um like maybe an earthquake or some other natural phenomenon that could not be the tree.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and roll me do the mage thing.
Don't fuck me. Nope.
All right, you get to choose from
Nope.
bad results: status down date, turn for the worse, bad news everyone, leaden opportunity, or the mouth.
Um, let's go let an opportunity because I want to know about that tablet.
Yeah, there is that tablet there, and you just can't resist it, and you got to pick it up.
Yep,
Um, and
it's
you are
fine.
struck the moment you pick it up. You are struck with a vision.
Okay.
In this vision, you are back home,
Okay.
and you're not there, but you're witnessing something that happened, and it's your father sitting at the bar back home in you were from Amberfall
Beaumont.
in Beaumont.
Yeah.
Uh, Amberfall is the capital of Kularia. That's where the king rules. That's the city you're from. You're highborn from House Aktasha, and so it's a very highborn inn, tavern, bar, and he's sitting there having a drink with a buddy, and he says, I think my wife is cheating on me. And his buddy is like, really? What makes you say that? She's been sneaking in and out late at night. She's got secrets she's started to keep. It's not like her at all. She's definitely seeing somebody, I think. And his buddy says, oh man, that sucks. Next round on me. And he throws back another drink and slightly more intoxicated. He says, yeah, I think I'm going to hire a private eye to look into this for me. And the vision will fade. And when the vision fades, um, you find Aubrey is standing in between you and the caretaker with his weapon drawn, and the caretaker has a sword drawn.
Okay.
So something happened during your when you were having this vision, like your magic faded, um, or the magic of the grove dispelled your invisibility or something, and the caretaker has caught you too late to stop you from getting the vial, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's drawn his sword and he's ready to arrest you. But Aubrey is between you and him with his sword drawn, and Aubrey has the bigger sword.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
I'm going to once again try to use my magic and use dream logic, which is kind of like the Jedi mind trick. This is not the droid you're looking for kind of thing.
Yep.
Um, and I'm going to try to like convince this guy that he doesn't want to arrest us, that he just wants to let us go if we promise not to come back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me do the mage thing. Eh.
Gotta be kidding me.
Those dice, though, they are not treating you kindly.
I have failed every roll except for the first one. Well, not failed, but like, yeah, it's been hot seat or lower.
You have rolled a 5, and the 5 gets you a choice from status down date, a turn for the worse, bad news, everyone led an opportunity, or the mouth.
Um, we're gonna go turn for the worse.
Turn for the worse. Experience a detrimental resource change. You are holding this piece of the tablet of truth in your hands, right?
Okay.
And that vibrating tingly sensation gets more intense. Get another point of magical magnet.
Okay.
So you wave your hand in front of this caretaker's face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the caretaker is like his eyes glaze over a little bit, and you're like, "We are not the droids you're looking for."
Essentially.
And he will put his sword away and say, "Just don't come back."
Okay. We can do that.
And Aubrey will put his sword away. And you can leave.
Excellent.
So what do you do now that you have a piece of the tablet of truth?
Once we are out of danger, I'm probably going to give it to Aubrey
Okay.
and be like, here's a piece of what you're looking for. I'm going to depend on you to keep this safe.
Aubrey will take it, and as soon as he touches the tablet of truth, his head leans back, his eyes glow a bright white color, and you can see a silhouette, like a shadow cast behind him of huge wings. But you can't see the wings themselves, you can only see the shadow of the wings.
What are you?
And he stumbles a bit, and then he holds and he says, "I made it. This is the mortal plane, right?"
Yeah.
He nods. He says, "I need to find my wings."
Oh, okay. Are you like an angel?
I think so.
Whoa. Okay.
Pukajuju says in chat, Kularia, the quest for Red Bull. And I think that is a good place to call the session.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoa.
I still have a little bit time left before stream comes to a close, so I'm going to run the splash screen here. There. Now I have run the splash screen so I can scrub back and forth in the video editor and find that and kill that. Actually,
Yay.
before we do that, thank you, YouTube, for watching. Please like and subscribe. I need to remember to say like and subscribe. I'm a YouTuber now. I have YouTube videos.
Yes. And hit the notification bell so you know every time we post a video.
Yay! Dio helped. All right. So there. Now the YouTube video can end here and 3, 2, 1, kapow.